Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to do another back testing and we'll see what and all the new things we are going to learn in this. Yeah, so let me go to some daily time frame. So the Maruti Suzuki, I just choose this stock to do some back testing. Let me go to hourly time frame and I'll just go and randomly cut the chart. Okay, so it went almost like 2021. Okay, let's see, how exactly we can trade this particular, back test. Okay, so monthly, if you see, it went sharply up, right? And then I think this is the COVID time, looks like. So it is fell down, right? And after that, again, the price is trying to go up, right? So monthly, definitely it is superbly up only. Okay, and because of the COVID, it is fell down and trying to go up again. And let me just draw my supports and resistances, the major supports and major resistances, which are nearer to my price. So this is the level. If you see, it is taking almost like 1, 2, even 3, 4, almost like 4, 5 candles are trying to take this resistance. So which means that is monthly. So which means it's a huge resistance for me, right? And also, usually, as I mentioned in my previous videos, right? So this candle is almost went this till this particular level and trying to break this, but it did not sustain, and again the close is below this particular resistance. Okay, so ideally I'll consider this entire zone as a huge resistance zone. Okay, and ultimately this is the all-time high level, right? And in fact it is little bit far away to the price, and we need not to worry about it. Even if you are not drawn this particular resistance, that's fine, no problem. Let me find out the supports which is nearer to our price. Okay, so if you see, this particular level, the price is trying to break down and went up. Okay, and again trying to break down, and somehow, there is this candle which is broken down, and then a big bearish candle also came, and after that it is trying to go up. So it means there is no follow up for this particular bearish candle, and the price is trying to go up above this level. So let me mark this as a support which is nearest to my price, right? And let's see. So the trend is up only. From this down to it is going up, and in weekly also the trend is up only. There is no doubt in that. So ideally we can become bulls. So only the thing is we are at a major resistance zone now. Okay, so ideally as a bull we should wait for some breakouts. Otherwise, it's better to wait for the price to come to the supports and reverse from there. Yeah. So I'm interested to do the trade in daily time frame. So earlier we used to do in hourly, right? Okay. Let me go ahead with daily and see how exactly we can, uh, do the trade here. So now, if you see in daily time frame also, there is this level, okay, which is trying to take a huge resistance. Okay, in fact, there is this range. Yeah, if you see this particular range, right, there is also a huge resistance in daily, which is actually broken out, and the price is trying to take the support. Okay, so let's mark this level and see what the price is exactly trying to do. Okay, so since we became a bull based upon the monthly and weekly time frame, right now the price is at the resistance, right? So ideally we'll wait for the breakout of it. Otherwise, we'll wait for the price to come to either this level or this level. Okay. So all we need to do is if it comes here, we'll wait for some reversals and go ahead. Let's see what the price is exactly going to do in this particular level. Okay, price is trying to take the resistance, and this candle has broken out this entire, zone, the resistance zone. Okay, so now ideally what we can do in this. So if you see the volume is superbly good, and the thing is, since it is broken out, even this particular resistance and the entire, all this candle it is followed. So definitely it's a great candle, but only the thing is there is a nearby this all-time high resistance. Okay, so okay, all-time is here, but there is this immediate resistance is there, right? So if at all we have to go and enter in this particular candle, okay, so ideally it's better to wait for retest of this particular level, because since it is broken out, ideally it will be a support, right? Okay, so let's see if at all comes here and gives some entry, right? Otherwise we will not enter. Okay, so somehow it came to retest this particular resistance, which becomes the support after the breakout. Okay, and it is actually respecting this level. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, the prices exactly came almost till this particular level. Okay, now people will sometimes enter on the retracements and they'll keep the stop loss below this, right? Ideally, that's the scenario. Okay, but what I have learned is when it comes to retest this particular level, okay, ideally I look for again a bullish reversal at this particular support, because there is a chance that this price can fall from this particular level also, right? We never know. Okay, so that is the reason I'll always wait for another weapon, okay, or another bullish reversal pattern to go, for the trade. Okay, so let's see what happened. Okay, the very next day there is a gap up here. Okay, but it is a kind of a dozy. Let's see after that. Yeah, there is a nice, kind of morning candle pattern here. Okay, so now the question comes here whether we need to bet on this particular candle or not. Okay, so since it is made a higher low, ideally this candle is a good candle for us to bet on, right? So, and if you ask me what is a chart pattern you can see, or any reversal, chart pattern which you can see means, uh, frankly speaking, in daily, I don't see any chart pattern at this particular support. Okay, probably if I just go ahead in the hourly time frame, okay, let's see if we can get some kind of chart pattern here. Okay, so if you see, it came here. I don't see a proper reversal chart pattern here. Okay, but if you forcibly trying to do, okay, sometimes trade may go wrong. Okay, so let's see the volume and all, because sometimes in the live trades, right? So we'll just go and enter by seeing simply the candle pattern. Okay, so it may go wrong sometimes. Okay, that's why I started, looking at the reversal patterns, and if at all it is giving the reversal pattern, then only ideally I'll enter. Okay, so let's see. I'm not much convinced with this price action is good, but it is not giving me proper setup kind of. Okay, maybe in daily if you consider this as mother candle. Okay, only the thing is one, baby inside. Ideally, I'll consider two babies, but in some of the backtesting, what I learned is even though there is a one baby, sometimes it worked. Okay, now only the thing is it has to confirm, this high is resistant, right? So now the price has to confirm this becomes the support. How it will confirm? A candle can come and touch this particular level, but should not close below that. Okay, so that's where I'll get some confirmation saying that there is nobody who wants to sell below this particular levels. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, if I just adjust this properly, if I use the magnet, then it's good. Yeah. So if you see exactly it came and retest this particular level. Okay. That's the beauty of this, the superb resistance and superb supports. Ideally, it will retest. Okay. So now, if you ask me, do you really enter in this particular level? Okay. So now the question comes here that if I enter here, what is my target? Okay. So now there is this huge resistance, okay, which it is trying to take, right? So because one, two, three times it is taking a resistance, such a huge resistance, right? Okay, and okay, we were not very sure whether it will break out or further it will come down. Okay, so now it's again better to wait. Okay, but if somebody wants to let's say to take the trade now, since we got an entry and we thought like we enter at this particular level. Okay, so ideally for this target, there is no risk and reward, and probably the next target would be the next resistances. So probably this, right? So if you really ask me what exactly you're going to do on this particular level, since it becomes the major resistance, see one, it is touching second time, and then now it is touching third time as well. Okay. So I'll be careful, okay, rather than, yeah, I told that if it retests, probably I thought to enter, okay, but only question in my mind that whether it will break this level. If it breaks, now we have a huge target, okay. So rather than entering in this particular level, so I think it's better to wait. So let's see what market is going to do because see if at all if it breaks, I'll get another good candle which I can use it as a kind of significant candle and I can bet on that. Okay. Otherwise, what can happen? It can all the way come down to next support and then it will try to reverse. Let's see what happens. Okay, it is trying to take one more time this level as a huge resistance. Okay, and that too a huge inverted hammer. Okay, let's see. See, good thing is it is holding this level. The price is not going below this level. Good thing is it is holding. Two candles are holding this level. Okay, let's see. What is the next candle is trying to do. Okay, see my understanding over here is if it holds, maybe as of now two candles are holding, right? Maybe in next one or two candles, if it is holding, right, there could be a high chance that it can break. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not holding now, so it just closed below this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so after this breakdown, prices confirm me this high of the mother candle becomes the resistance because the candle touch here and closed below this, right? Let's see what happens. See if it comes down. Okay, what are the points we can wait for? Probably this could be one of the level, right? And if it doesn't hold this particular level, the next level I'll wait is this one. Let's see. Okay, it is broke down this support as well. Okay, so let's see again. Wow, there is a huge candle which is trying to break down this particular. I mean, it is almost came to this particular level. Okay, so now where are we right now? We are at a very good support zone now. Okay, so now you know we just became a bull based upon weekly and monthly. Okay, when exactly we became when the price is somewhere here. Okay, now after that there are so many candles has been printed, right? Okay, so now it's always better to check the price in weekly and monthly time frame because some action is happened here. Okay, and ultimately in weekly also some action were happening. Okay, so you see earlier, the trend is up only, but there is a big bearish candle in weekly time frame. Okay, and if you go to monthly, it looks same only. There is no much difference. So only the thing is this big bearish candle. Okay. Now we are at this particular major support now. Okay. So let's see whether it will hold this particular level or it is really want to go up. Okay. Or if it falls further. Okay. Now someone can have a question. Okay. So saying that why can't you go ahead with the bearish trade here? Okay. See, my view is kind of bullish, right? Okay. Ideally, when my view is bullish, right? I'll wait at my support levels to go ahead long, okay, rather than going for a contra trade, okay. So it's better to wait at major supports and see what exactly happens at that particular level. If it gives a reversal pattern, we can go ahead, okay. So, and one more thing, see when you short here, right, and this is kind of a super company, and it is almost like doing good only, there are chances that it can gap up also, okay. So such a cases, if you short and if you keep it positional, there could be a chance that it can give a big loss. So let's see whether it will hold this level or further it will go down. Okay, somehow this level it is holding, but the only thing is we are not getting any kind of setup. Let's see. Okay, so now you see there is this candle, okay, trying to go up, okay. So maybe some kind of fake breakdown because it is broke down, this candle is closing about that. So ideally, okay, for me, this level it has to retest. That is one scenario, okay. At least this candle high should go, okay, because that is the last bearish candle, so that high should go. So now this becomes also a resistance, okay. Some reversal pattern it should give me. Let's see what happened. Okay, high of the candle is still intact if you observe, still intact. So which means how much important this candle high is. Okay, let me just keep it. So no candle is closing above that, right? So which means the bears are trying to hold this level. Okay, and even the price is not coming down also. So let's see whether it will break. Okay, it's not breaking. Okay, it's not breaking. It is also not coming below this particular candle. See, no candle closing below this. So let me see if it gives some breakout on the upside, right? So that we can consider some other candle breakout. Okay, such a huge resistance, no? Okay, so probably there is another chance. Okay, there should be always some plan B for us, kind of some what if scenarios. Okay, so now it's taking huge resistance here, right? And also there is a gap up as well. Okay, and the gap is not yet filled. Now, there could be a chance that it can come down and retest, fill the gap, and then it can go up also. Yeah. And if it is not filling and if it breaks, then it is kind of super bullish because this gap it is sustained. Okay. So let's see. A small candle has been broken out that level. Okay, it is not broken. Okay, it just closed above this, but there is this huge resistance which we are talking about. Let's see. Oh, so it just filled the gap. In fact, it came. Okay, it came and it exactly staying at this particular level. Okay, so we just had a talk, right? Like when this candle is printed, there is this breakdown and this candle actually closed above it, but no candles came and told me that it becomes the support now. Okay, let's see if this candle holds this support and gives some again some bullish reversal at this particular support. Okay, let's see. Okay, it did not. Ideally, I'll just keep it aside. Okay, rather than entering something. Okay, only the thing is we'll just keep on observe the things. That's all. Okay, so since it is not holding this level, okay, and let's see what exactly the price is going to do. Okay, Yeah, there's a chance that there's a fake, again, some fake breakdown setup can come. Okay, or further can go up and gives another setup at this particular level. Okay, so it's going down. There is an intermediate support here. Wow, can you see this? This candle, okay, such an important candle because there is this breakdown, okay, and the price is not moving so much down, okay, but this candle is confirming me that, okay, it is kind of some fake breakdown, okay. So now this candle is a very important candle, okay. Now let's see if any one candle, okay, confirming that there is nobody wants to sell below this. Ideally, that candle has to take this support and confirm it. Okay, somehow it is not holding that level. Let's see. Okay, then once this candle again broken down, it becomes the resistance. Oh, there is another candle key, okay, which is again closing above this particular level. Okay, okay. For me, whenever breakout happens, it has to confirm me this becomes the support after the breakout. Let's see. Okay, it's not confirming. Again, the price is coming down. I don't have a trade for bull. Okay, so again it came to the same support which we have run the intermediate support. Let's see. So if it is comes down here till this level. See, it looks like in daily it's converted to some kind of downtrend. Okay. Now in this case we have to check again the overall things. Overall it is good only in monthly. Weekly it is going down actually. Okay. Maybe some retracement you can say, no problem. And daily where exactly we are presenting at a great support now. Okay. And the next support is major support is this. Okay. Let's see what exactly happened here. Okay, nothing is happening. It's just roaming nearby that level. Now you see it is just formed one mother candle earlier, then this is the mother candle. But that mother candle high and low is important. Okay, straight away it is came down. Okay, it just gap down below this support. Okay, so it means such an important support it is, correct? That's why it is gap down below. Okay, so now ideally it will become resistance for us. Let's see whether it will hold this particular level or not. There is this gap and this support also. Okay. See, until unless some reversal pattern it gives, we will not enter as a bull. Okay. Nowhere it given a proper sign, right? So that's why I am little bit cautious to go bull. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now you see this. Okay. At this major support, okay, there is this candle has been broken and gap down below this. The very next day, this candle has been, opened almost at this particular support. I mean, open is here, just confirm like it is taking the major support. At the major support, what we know that there is a high chance that the price can reverse. Okay. Now, is the price reversed? Yeah, ultimately, yes. Okay. The price is reversed. Okay. And it is confirming some kind of fake breakdown setup. Okay. Again, we'll wait if it comes and reaches this particular level and confirm that that is a support. Wow. So now somehow there is this next candle. Okay, it almost came. Okay, so some 78% or 68% retracement. Okay, but only the thing is, if you ask me, will you enter in this particular candle? Okay, will you enter in this particular candle? Okay, yeah, some people will just keep stop loss below this and ideally give a nice retracement that the stop loss is very low, right? They will bet on it. Okay. For me, I'll just wait. Okay. For me, it has to confirm this becomes the support. Okay. Now it becomes the resistance after the breakdown. Oh. then almost it came till this level. But good thing is it is not closed below this. So which means maybe some people will take the stop loss on closing basis, or some people will keep the stop loss on the system. So in such a cases, it will take your orders, right? Let's see. Okay. I don't see again any setup here. Let's see. The price is going sideways. Okay, now somehow it is broken down this major support. Okay, now this candle is confirmed. It's a fake breakdown. Okay, so now if you observe, if one observation I have made here is whatever the fake breakdown happened, this fake breakdown is for this very good support, not for the major support. Okay, but if you see this fake breakdown, happening right at the major support. It is happening above the major support. Okay, so which means what I have learned here is ideally, uh, if you see any kind of reversals, the bullish reversals, right? We'll check it in the we'll just see it on the major supports. Okay, but in this case, since I didn't bet on it, okay, but we have to learn something over here. Ideally, this fake breakdown happened at this particular very good support, not on this particular major support. Okay, but this is happened at the right at this particular level. Okay, so now let's see whether this is a fake breakdown and whether it will confirm this is a support, major support, and if it is holding that value or not. Once it holds, then probably we'll just see. Wow, can you see the beauty? In my last video also in SBI, same thing happened, right? Okay, until unless it is confirmed me that is a support, I really didn't bet. Okay, so now in all these cases, nowhere it is confirmed me after the break. Okay, but somehow now it is just took this support. Okay, I really want to take this trade now because the stop loss is very clear. Okay, and let's see volume. Okay, volume is okay. In this, some good volumes. Okay, not above average, not below average, but good only. And then it is retested. If I let's say buy some 500 quantity here, ideally the stop loss is below this. Okay, the amount is very huge. Let me just keep it simple. Okay, 100 quantity. The stop loss is let's say 10,000. Okay, now what's your target? Yeah. Let me draw my resistances because whenever we take any trade, when we enter something, right, before that ideally we should go and keep your resistances and your the targets. Can we say this is a great resistance? Yes, ultimately yes. Okay, and there is this huge resistance nearby. Okay, and also there is this one also can act like a resistance. Correct. So now if I take an entry here, ideally what is my some 100-point stop loss, some almost like some 390 to 400 rupees target was there. Okay. Okay, we can expect maybe till this level. Okay. Since it is a given a fake breakdown, so let's see whether this trade will success or not. Okay, again it is confirming me this is a great support. Wow, it just broke out this resistance, no? Yeah, there are intermediate resistance here. That's fine, no problem. Okay, so these are all some smaller resistances. Okay, yeah, ideally, if you want, you can keep it, no problem. Okay, can you see it is giving a resistance? Okay, now it is broken out. Okay, because it is really want to go up right after the fake breakdown. Okay, that's why it is trying to break all these levels. Nice. Okay, again there is a breakout. Okay, can you see after these two candles are broken out? Okay, ideally this is a breakout. Okay, and then there is a gap down and confirming that there is this zone becomes the support zone. That's why they push the price up. Now, if you clearly observe these two candles, Once the breakout happen, ideally what will happen, this resistance, it will become support. Is these two candles are confirming me that these two levels are, this is a great support. Okay, so there could be a high chance that it can go up. Okay, because as of now there is nobody wants to sell below this. It has to go. Let's see. Okay, even inverted hammer is holding this particular level. Okay, so why this is closing below this? Because there is a breakout. Ideally, this level will become support. When there is a breakdown, this will become resistance. Who is confirming? This candle is confirmed. Okay, this becomes the resistance. Okay, now one good thing is it closed below this? No, is it? It is closed at the support, right? Okay, above the support only, which means still nobody wants to sell below this particular levels. Let's see. Okay, now there is a gap up. Okay, from this to this level, somewhere 6784 level, it is just gap up, and the good thing it is closed above that. Okay, so can I say this gap up also confirm me this is a great support now? Yes, ideally yes. Okay, now let me just keep my nearby resistances, because see, somehow 1 2 3 candles are touching this level, right? So, and now fourth candle also touching. So, which means for me, this is a great resistance. Okay. Let's see what exactly the price will do. If it is taking this support, which means nobody wants to sell below this level, ultimately the price has to go up. Okay. Let's see what it is trying to do. Okay. Now it is taking the support again, and it is taking this resistance also. Okay. Such a huge resistance, what market has, created right now, and let's see whether it will go down, take this support, or it will break this. So it's coming down. Okay, again the bulls are not leaving this particular level, because even though somehow this candle came here, right, this entire zone becomes the bull zone, correct? Probably that's the reason immediately the very next day they gap up above this particular support. Okay, usually it will happen. Okay, whenever base entering into the support zone, the very next day gap up will obviously happen, because this is the bull zone, right? Let's see. Wow, there is this breakout happened. Okay, so and then it is closed up at this level also, but again there are resistances. Now we have drawn all these resistances. Okay, just to understand what can the price do. Okay, so let me also give you one more thing. After I mean, in the last video also I mentioned the importance of the supports and resistances. Okay, I'll just explain that in my end of video, how why we need to keep these resistors and supports. See, there is this gap up, right? After the gap up, if the price is holding this level, ultimately yes. Okay, so this is what you need to observe. Okay, so when it is holding this level means there is nobody wants to sell below this levels, so which means the market is really want to go up. Okay, that is what you need to observe. Can you see a nice breakout? Yeah, so we entered here and we drawn some targets. Okay, these one resistance, another resistance, third resistance. Ultimately, we have decided to go till this particular target. Okay, did it reach? Yes, it is reached. It is reached because why? Because we have bet on the candle where exactly it came at a major support. Okay, but did we really bet on this candle? No, because there is a good support. Okay, and once it is broke out, right, it is not holding this particular support. Okay, but can you see this? It is holding this level. Yes, that is where I always need some confirmation on the next candles. Okay, so whether, yeah, after the fake breakdown, whether it is holding that level or not. Okay, so that we can just get some more confidence to enter into the trade. Okay, so this is the reason we need to draw that supports and resistances, which can clearly tell you what the price is exactly doing at that particular level, right? And one thing is, whenever there is a breakout happen, ideally you should draw, I mean, keep that resistance as support, and see whether it will hold that particular level or not. Okay. See, if you just open this chart and make click, if you go and see it, right, nobody can understand. Okay. But if you draw this resistance and candle by candle, if you clearly observe that, right, it's very easy to understand what exactly is happening. And we can apply the same formulas in the live trading, right? So that's why these supports and resistances are very, very, very important. And I know, like, I was keep on trying to draw the resistances, or maybe in the bearish side the supports and all. So because the only reason is I should know what exactly the price is doing at this particular levels. Okay, so that I have more confidence to stay in the trade. Okay, so I'll just tell you one more thing here. If I just cut this candle, let's say we haven't drawn this particular resistances. Okay, and straight away we decided that yes, there is this particular resistance. I uh, comfortably want to go till this particular target. Okay, and also let's say I want to enter on the dip. Okay? Dip it gave, and ideally my stop loss is this, and target is this. Correct. Now let me see if you are not drawn anything. Okay, what exactly will happen? So there is this hammer game. Ideally, we are sitting in profit. We are good. Okay, there is no doubt in that. Again, some green candle, there is no problem. You are sitting in profits. Okay, so no problem. Again, green candle. Yes, we are fine. One more green candle again. Okay, so you are sitting in losses until green candle comes. We do not have any, I mean, no pressure actually, right? Ideally, we'll sit calm. Correct. So now there is a gap down. Okay, ideally when you will be seeing in 915, no? So whatever profit you've seen here, it will get decreased. Okay. No, you exactly don't know why it is gap down, right? One question comes in our mind is, okay, some 30K or some 25K profit would have become, ideally some 18K, let's say. Okay. So in that case, what people will think, I should have booked yesterday itself. Okay, then they'll try to draw some resistances and all here. Yeah, it came to almost this resistance. I should have booked. Okay. So now let's say if they didn't book. Okay. Ideally, again, there is a profit in it, 22,840. They're happy. Okay, it almost came to my level. So again, the next candle is again a green candle. They're seeing a nice profit. There is no problem again. Let's see. Okay. Now again there is a red candle. Okay. Now the question comes. There is some 30,000 profit is there. On the next candle, it has become 22,000. Okay. Then they are again starting, drawing some resistance or something. Okay. Okay. There is this resistance, and there is this, bearish piercing happened. Okay. And there are n number of questions comes into the mind. Okay. What if it is again comes to this particular level and retest? Okay, we never know, right? Market can do anything. Okay, so n number of things comes into the mind because it is involving the money, right? Yeah, there are so many questions comes. Okay, so now when it is showing 22,000, 815 rupees, right? Ideally, what people will do, so they might be thinking, at least I could have booked here. Correct. Now let's say they didn't book again. Okay. They really want to see that round figures. People will look for round figures always. So let's see. See, now your 22,000 become 20,960. Right. Okay. Now, there is a question comes. At least I could have booked here so that I got some 22,000. Okay. So some people will exit here, okay, rather than waiting till this particular level. And some people will sitting on hopes. Okay. So say, what is that hope means? Okay. Now it is anyway, some inverted hammer printed. Okay. They might be thinking that, okay, definitely the price will go. Okay. They might be not seeing the candles, but they're sitting on just hope. It will definitely go up. Okay. But ultimately, whenever they see the daily candle, right? If it is in profit, ultimately they are happy. If it is in loss, I mean profit in loss, they're having some, some fear in the definitely in their mind. Okay, so what can happen next? Okay, let's see. Okay, there is again a nice candle came. They're happy. Ultimately, people will see the MTM, right? 30,000 profit. Okay, let's see 26, again 22. Okay, again 30. Okay, so it's keep on varying. Okay, so it sometimes it will be 30, sometimes it will be 20, sometimes it will be 22. So it's keep on varying. Okay, now people will not observe the candles. Many of them, ideally. Even I also, in initial times, right? Now they'll always look on the MTM. Okay, so now the thing is, the moment you draw on that supports and resistance, you will come to know, okay, at what level it can, keep that price, right? So if I just draw this resistance which is broken out, okay, and what exactly the price is telling that after the breakout, these two candles are taking the support, right? There is a high chance that it can hold that price, okay, because it is taking the support, right? Maybe in fact I'll just keep it here. These candles are holding the support, correct? So which means there is nobody wants to sell below this level. Okay, if you are not drawn this particular level, then ideally you are sitting on hope. Okay, yeah, pro traders they knows it. Okay, but what about the the traders who do not have much idea about trading, and just simply they entered by seeing some bullish peers candlestick pattern. Okay, so they have their intention in each and every candle. What can happen if it hits the target, right? That's fine. But until it hit your targets, no, always there is a fear in their minds, right? So that's the reason. Try to draw the supports and resistance, and you will come to know whether the price will go below these levels or it is really want to go up. Okay, so that's why I started drawing that nearby resistances wherever I find some big resistance. I try to mark it. Once it is breakout, I'll see whether it will hold that price or not, and it ideally becomes the support or not. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys understand the importance of the supports and resistance. Probably I'll just do a separate video for this supports and resistances, how important it is, the main difference between a good support and a major support. Okay, so that we can learn more on the resistance and supports, right? So I hope you guys are enjoyed, and almost like I waited from this point to this point to go long. Okay, and in between I didn't shorted, or I didn't thought about any bearish trade. Okay, so yeah, we could have planned some bearish trades, but since it is a uptrending stock, right, I really don't want to go on the bearish side, because you see, when we go bearish, right, and it is going against, okay, to the monthly uptrend, okay, and you see there is a small doji candles and all many of the times. So which means bears are not strong, even though it is a downtrend, right? Sometimes they are going very fast, sometimes it is very sluggish. Okay, so for intraday and all it is fine, yeah, and then maybe some position also it's fine. Okay, but as it is a uptrending stock, right, I really don't want to short. Okay, rather than I'll just go for long. Okay, so that's where I'll always wait at major supports to go long, which really worked. Okay, and do you think it will hold this? Definitely it will not. Okay, it will do some higher lows, and further it will go up. Okay, let's see what happened after that. Yeah, you see, it made some higher low. Okay, it almost came to the same level, some retracement, and you see, it almost hit the same resistance again. Correct. So that's why we should always wait at your levels and go ahead, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and please subscribe, share, and you can also comment my videos if you really liked it. Yeah, and thank you so much.